All right. Okay, cool. So let's, Steve-O, man.
He looks like he's hot out there.
Steve-O, how you doing? You got
Dude,
some hornets around you?
I'm telling you, this is like the most intense podcast we've done yet. Like, I don't know if it's the heat, but it's like 98 right now. I got drinking water and I'm getting high from these 2 citronella freaking candles like right now next to me. I don't know. It's like really crazy right now. Like no joke, and I'm dodging bees everywhere too. So like wasps, I hate wasps, man. It's like, so if I'm like geeking out during the podcast, it's because I'm like looking. I'm not like on drugs or anything. I'm literally like tweaking out here, looking around this thing.
I love it.
It does kind of look like you're on drugs.
Steve-O's gonna start hallucinating out of nowhere.
I am seriously, like no joke.
I have
It's
this
like
citronella high going on. This is crazy.
Still like it's like smoke because of the. And I'm just like it's like a vortex going around me right now. There's a freaking wasp right there. Hold on. Okay.
All right, Steve-O, what's your topic,
All
man?
good. My topic is gonna be 3 worst fears.
Okay.
Top 3 worst fears.
Hmm.
I think you guys know one of mine already.
Is it wasps or is it heat?
Huh?
Is it wasps or
Oh
heat?
no. My top fear that overstrikes everything right now would be surgery, major surgery.
Really?
I guess it would be like, it's mainly because I don't know, death's a big thing to me. Like I don't want to die. Another thing, I don't know, of just going under, because knowing that you can never wake up again, it's almost like knowing you're gonna die. Almost like, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Dude, that brought chills.
Because like, you know, I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen. It sucks. There's so many right now. Why is it gonna happen now?
You don't know what's gonna happen.
It's so crazy. All right, anyways, what's going on? Where's that wasp spray?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, there's so many right now. They're flying around. It's crazy. Okay, no.
I can't even.
All right, anyways. Oh, I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
anyway.
God, it just got
It's
really
like
there.
right in front of my face right now. This is crazy. All right. Anyways, yeah. So like, you know, because I mean, stuff happens, and you can't control it. I mean, you can't control anything in life, anyways. But the thing is like, you know, I mean, I know medicines came a long way and everything like that, but you know, you never know what happens, and your family's not going to tell you what happens. Really, you can be like on there, like, oh, the doctor comes out, and you're like, oh, you know what? She actually, her heart stopped on the table and everything like that, but we got her and she's all good right now. I mean, if you heard that after you came out of the freaking thing, would you ever want to get surgery again?
No.
Like, honestly, even if you knew it was going to save your life, you're like, I don't know. Nah, fuck that. It's like, yeah, I don't know,
it's
man.
Scary, man.
Another one, second would be, I know that one kind of is weird, but sharks. I don't like sharks. Like they freak me the fuck out, man. Like the thing is,
it's out in the water.
oh man, no. Oh dude, so many. Hold on, it's so crazy right now. Hold on, wait.
All right, Rocco, what's your
going
top
on? Right,
fear?
so I'm gonna
Why
go.
15 different kinds of bees right now.
I'm gonna run off of
this is a giant
Steve-O's
bumblebee
topic
right
there. His number one fear. I actually had been put under. I had an ACL surgery. I mean, it's not considered like a major surgery, but I had been put under with anesthesia, and I can't really remember how long it was, but I had gone down. They had pretty much told me to do the whole thing you're used to hearing, like count back from 100 to 0. By the number like 97, I was out of it, and when I came to, this guy was taking care of me, a nurse, and I said, "Hey man, because you feel a little loopy on this medicine," and I came up and I'm waking up, and I'm like, "Hey man, what's your name?" He's like, "My name's Bob." I was like, "Bob, man, I just want to thank you so much. I just want to thank you so much, man, for taking care of me, man. You took care of me, and I appreciate it. And I'm gonna send you a letter, man. What's your address? I'm gonna send you a card. Thank you." So my experience of going under wasn't too bad. It was kind of like going to sleep for a little bit. 1, 2, 3. I got super tired, boom, out. And then woke up from a nap and felt a little good. I was like, "What's good?" And that might have been the morphine I was on too at the time to push back the pain. But it was still okay experience. For me, top fears. Let's see. This is a tough one because when I identify that I have a certain fear, I try as hard as I can to address that fear and change it.
Yeah.
So over the years, my fears have changed. You know, some of them I've overcome. So if you were to ask me this question, 15 years ago, I would have said roller coasters would have been like probably my number one. Roller coasters I can do nowadays. I got myself, I confronted that fear and challenged it, and I'm doing it. It's fine. Same thing with snakes. I would have said snakes would have been it too. But nowadays I see snakes like every other day. Living on a 10.5 acre property here in Georgia in the sunny weather, I see all different kinds of snakes. So it's not really a fear of mine either. And same thing, 15 years ago, I would have said Steve-O's bees. Bees, I had seen a little kid when I was about, I think it was 6, 7 years old, a kid on my t-ball team. We were playing tag in the woods, and he stepped on a yellow jacket hive, and this kid almost died. He was engulfed. You couldn't see his skin, just full of, yellow jackets. I grabbed my brother, jumped in the car. My dad grabbed that kid and threw him into a lake. He ended up living, but almost died. But seeing that traumatized me from bees.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I've got. Huh?
Yeah, traumatizing from bees. I think that's what happened to me when I was younger. I think what happened was I got stung in the foot, right? And then I fell over and got stung in the finger. I was running home as quick as possible. I tripped over like a stump, hit my face right on a concrete block, dude. Busted my lip open.
Oh my God.
It was the worst experience ever. That's why I don't like bees, man. These things I'm not exaggerating right now, guys. Like, I'm not doing this for the podcast. Like, seriously, like there's so, like, it wasn't happening. Like, last episode there was no bees, and like I start talking and there's so
they
many
just come out.
It's not bees. Like, I don't mind honeybees. It's just wasps. Wasps are assholes.
Okay,
man.
so
They just come up. Go ahead. Sorry.
You guys go back about 3 weeks ago. I had a law of attraction topic. You might want to
talk about that one. Exactly. Start talking about them. So then sharks are gonna grow legs and then come attack me right now. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna have a heart attack and then I'm gonna have to go into surgery.
Oh my God, that sounds like a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah, so I had that bees one too, though, and I got past that one too. And I guess it's just because I put myself in an environment where it was around a lot, and I had to say get comfortable or be living in fear nonstop. And and I kind of changed that one. So now, fears, I would say number one fear is all right. This is deep. Number one fear, losing my wife, would be my number one fear.
Yeah.
Not my own life, but and I love my kids to death. Don't take this wrong, but my wife, because my wife is like my number one. Because if me and my wife have it going good, then the kids are always gonna have it great. And she's my best friend and soulmate. So that is a huge one. If I was to lose that one scares me. So like that song that's playing right now, what's that one on the radio by Lupe? Or no, Wiz Khalifa. I think it's Wiz Khalifa. It's been a long day without you, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah,
dude,
okay.
Start crying.
So, oh, man. Yeah, man. If I associate it with my wife, and I think of it as my wife instead of like a Paul Walker situation, I think of it as my wife. Holy, man, I get teary-eyed. Like, I'll get really upset.
Yeah.
Let's see. Number two fear.
If I can comment on that, Rocco, just for a second. I think I have the same fear as well.
Yeah.
Like losing my wife in any capacity, whether that's through a traumatic accident where she passes, or even because I was, there was trauma, like there was stuff that like as I was a kid, like cheating and stuff like that, like. It's so irrational because that would never happen, but like that has got to be like one of the most like the largest fears I tend to have, and I've had that throughout my life, which always made relationships really tough because you're paranoid and you're just like anything you do you overanalyze, like stuff like that. So the traumatization, like that fear is like it, like you were saying, it could rule your life, and you gotta really confront it.
You have to.
And I feel like I started to confront it right before I met my wife, which I think really helped foster our relationship a lot, which was a lot stronger because of it. But those fears never go away. There's always like there's always that like voice in the back of your head that's like just always afraid, and like that's always gonna stay there. But like it's definitely subdued a lot now these days.
I understand that one.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm trying to think about like two. Okay. Now this has became a fear. It wasn't a fear of mine before, but I don't know if it's so much a fear because I'll still go and do it. But I totally get like the most serious anxiety I ever get. Flying nowadays. Normally, I was always fine flying. I could fly on a plane anywhere I wanted to go. Now it's like I get so anxious and so fearful about getting on the plane. Like everything is like almost terrifying at that point for some reason. Like I don't know why. Like I still get on the plane, but like I'm gripping freaking seats, and I'm like, and I'm trying as a parent, you try not to let your fears like be expressed too much so that your children see them too, and then
Right.
accept them as their own fears because they might not be fearful of it. You just might have created that for them.
Yeah.
I try as hard as I can to relax and be calm in these things, but man, that's actually really tough. So I'd have to say probably flying right now is my number 2.
Yeah.
Definitely a scary one for me. Number 3.
Was there something that happened with flying that?
Okay, yeah, I can say I could relate something because fear started to kind of occur after a really bad experience coming back from California one year when I was younger, and we were caught on a night flight, and like around Texas, we were flying to Florida from LA, and around Texas we got a really bad thunderstorm. I mean, this thing was like rattling. Everybody on the plane was terrified.
Yeah.
The lots were crying. Everybody was terrified. We were all holding the seats like the best we can. It was my mom and my little brother and me, and it was scary. And I would say that definitely built some up fear. It had to have. I was terrified on that plane ride, but I had done a few flights after that, and I was fine. So it's not like that was the initiator, and then from there on out, that was it. But
and then
that had to have been a point where it started to create some type of serious anxiety for me because that was scary, man. We were dropping like serious altitudes, like just because of air pockets within the storm, and lightning, let alone, was flashing all around it too. So it was like, wow,
and then
holy crap.
And then watch that movie, Final Destination, and then it'll bring it all back.
Or Snakes on a Plane.
Snakes on a
Right,
Plane.
Rocco?
I've never
That
seen
would have been
movie.
crazy.
I've never seen that movie.
Yeah.
That came out at that point yet. So luckily, if I had, I would have been like, oh my gosh,
Snakes and a plane.
It would have been done. It would have been done. I had this childhood fear when I was on Disney going down things. That's why the roller coasters were so terrifying for me. It was just the drops. And we were about to go down Splash Mountain, which is like, it's like not a little kid ride, not a big ride, but a middle kid ride.
It's like all happy and stuff, and you're just
it's
like,
all happy. So you get the edge, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude, like I was the same way. Like I was like, oh, this is a great ride, and all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
like what?
What's up?
What's going on?
So we're going on this ride. It's like ching ching ching. The whole ride. You're like, oh, this is fucking great. It's fairyland. This is amazing, kind of thing.
It's
like, and then it's like ching 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 ching, and then you got these like vultures at the top.
Yeah, and they're so laughing at you.
You can't go back now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, we're all gonna die. Dude, go over this thing. That's from there on out. It was like drops or anything with a remote small drop. I was done with it. It was terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, man. So you got to watch out what you do with your kids at too young of an age.
Yeah.
Message for all parents out there.
God.
Man, I can't think of a third. I'm gonna let you go, Clay. While I think of a third.
Yeah, my second fear is not having enough money to provide for my family.
Oh yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
And now that we're due for a baby next year, it's still there, and I think the trauma that happened was when I was working. I think it's a combination of two things. I think when the first one is when I was growing up, my parents weren't well off, but they did a really great job of making us always feel secure and safe.
Yeah.
So I never had to worry about my dad never really lost a job, where I know happens to a lot of people, or my mom. Like things were pretty steady.
Yeah.
There was always a Christmas of some kind. There was always a birthday of some kind. I never felt like we were struggling or what that could be. So that was foreign to me, that idea of like not having money. Like, what do you do? What does a family look like? Does everybody like rip each other's hair out and run away? Like, what happened? So, and then when I was working, so for those of you who don't know, I work in the game industry, and that's a very volatile industry. I think there's layoffs constantly. I think there's probably one every month, right? Of like 20 to 90 people always just getting laid off. So when I was in Chicago, my first industry job, I was just kind of spending money willy-nilly. Like, this was my first like real career job. I was just really excited to like just kind of splurge and spend on myself. I had been living in college and like eating bagels all the time, so I was just living it up, right? Noodles. Yeah, man. Yeah. And so, you know, one day, just kind of out of nowhere, just boom, they laid off 90% of the workforce. But I was not part of that layoff. I was still, you know, with the company. They wanted to keep me. Yeah. But I had seen people who came back from their honeymoon, people who came back from maternity leave, and people like all over, like, and just, they were just out. Steve was gone. Yeah. And they were just
hilarious. His escape was great.
Yeah. And they were just caught with their pants down, and that really scared me. And I thought to myself, if this would have happened to me, I wouldn't have enough money to probably last me a couple months to get a new job. And in Chicago, there wasn't really a lot of like places to get. Like, there's only a couple studios, so like that just like blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, I need to save. I need to have an egg nest. Like, I need to like make sure that I'm constantly okay and I can withstand any storm. So at that point, I started getting really deep into saving money, became money conscious. I looked at 401ks, like it went nuts. And like to this day, I'm still very, very like frugal and like very thorough with how I spend money and how I save it.
I gotcha. Yeah, that is that was one I was thinking of too of saying, but actually when I was trying to think deeply about it, I didn't really consider it so much for me as a fear. It is a thought, absolutely. Right. You definitely, for me, definitely want to make sure that you're always taking care of your family. It's like a primal instinct as a father, you know, or just you know, you just want to make sure that everyone within your bubble is being comforted the best it can. So like you were saying with your dad, they did whatever they could. Your father and your mother. You know, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're doing it right now in a relationship. You're going to be doing it when you're going to be doing it over. I mean, not over extreme, but it's going to increase when you have a child, because now you have another responsibility of yours. You know, that is there's a completely different relationship there too. Yeah. You know, like I love my wife to death, but the relationship I have with my child, I love them to death too. It's a completely different relationship. Yeah. You know, but you're definitely going to get that. I want to make sure that I'm always taking care of them in any possible way that I can, because that's their survival. It's that survival instinct at the end of the day, making sure that they're being taken care of. So I could see why that would be a big fear, honestly. Yeah. You know, because I mean, I'm working with some pretty impressive people, and this one guy that's currently a millionaire right now is he's gone through some serious experiences where he's gone homeless because of the same situation like you were saying. That's doing crazy. Great on you know Wall Street, doing amazing, making phenomenal money, and then like 9/11 situations happen, or actually his was a 2008 bubble crashed, and boom, job gone, huge amounts of money gone. But with those huge amounts of money, I see a lot of people that also make their bills equivalent to what they're making, and then that's when they get strapped, because when that job is gone, so they're so dependent. They became so dependent on that income that their life kind of just fumbled underneath them too. And depending on what kind of person you are, I've seen those kind of people just stay there at a homeless level, and then I've seen those ones that take that homeless, learn from it, and then rise above and beyond anything they had done before, like this guy. You know? Yeah. So I can see it is a scary thing, because this world is so dependent on money. Yeah, and you can't feed your family. It's not like you can go out hunting for your family nowadays. And got myself a deer and I foraged some berries, and now we can feed ourselves. You know?
You need a license for that.
Yeah, exactly.
You need money to buy a license to do that.
You got money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you need money to buy solar panels.
Yeah, man.
Solar panels.
Man, that's tough, man, because like I do understand that one deeply, like, and I want to try to claim that as my third fear not being able to provide, but I don't want to because you've used it. But everybody out there for the audience know that that is a part. That is one there too. And I think that's just once again one of those survival ones.
Well, I feel like a dick. mine's sharks, bees, and death.
Dick? Oh,
And
death.
dick?
I was like, what?
It's like, oh, man.
Afraid of dicks.
It's coming at me left and right, man.
Did you guys see with we'll talk about it a little bit later. Never mind. There we go. All right, this is a great topic. Okay. So
let's see. 3 though. Let's see. 3. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. Okay. Number 3 fear
yeah.
is teaching my son and my daughter the wrong lessons. Like,
yeah, I can see that.
those mistakes that can possibly happen as human beings. We try as best as we can to be conscious of the issues or the what we're doing in life. But there's times when we can unconsciously make a mistake, and sometimes that happens with parenting too. You know, you might not have said something the way you wanted to, or you might not have handled the situation the way you wanted to. You know, I hope that, you know, there's nothing, you know, as my son and my daughter get older in life, that they go, whoa, wow, he fucked up there.
Yeah.
You know, that's a fear too. I want to make sure that because for me, like, you know, I like to try to disidentify with things, but one thing I do identify with right now, and I've been aware of this, is being a father. So it's like, it's constantly conscious in my mind about, oh, I gotta be perfect, which is not the case. It's not always gonna be perfect, but yeah, always trying to improve yourself. Yes. I think that's the big fear of mine is doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Because now, today, being where I'm at today, I have had a lot of like understanding of how the mind works, psychology, all these different things that I've now understood a lot of where I'm at, you know, and the growth that I've had in life by looking back. And I want to make sure that I set my kids up for the best situations possible. Give them any and every tool I possibly can give them so that they can, you know, get to where I feel like I'm at right now in life.
Yeah.
Before they even graduate high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's capable. I think that's really capable, honestly.
That's a good one. That pull, I get the same pull to do that. Right. Yeah, that's good, man.
It's a tough one. You can make that one. You can do that one easy.
Yeah.
It can be done easy. You know, patience is so key.
It is.
So